Hey, what is up, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, Paploo. So Tebow came out in 2020. Now here it is, 2023. We're finally getting more Ewoks. I mean, Wicket looks great. I think Paploo looks pretty good, and I hope we get more. And of course, this comes on this vintage style Kenner card back. Got the 40th anniversary logo there. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Paploo. Through the bubble, you can see Paploo comes with his spear. And of course, they reused the same image that Kenner screwed up on. I think it looks great, and you got the Kenner logo down there. And there's the back of the card. You got a picture of other figures in the wave, got the 40th anniversary blurb that they write, and then small print, barcode, and logos. All right, I'm going to get Paploo open, and let's take a look at him. All right, so here is Paploo out of his bubble, and let's take a close look at him. We'll start up here with this little hood, and this is just tremendous. The sculpt of this hood is just downright cool. I love all the wrinkles and folds. It has a nice texture. The sculpt on this feather is very nice. Got this one hanging down. All this going on up here. Some little ties, stitching there. This is nice. Got this little hangy down bit there. Some nice wrinkles on the sides. I love how it's tied in the back, or sculpted to look like it's tied in the back. That's very nice. Yeah, very, very cool hood. I love this. And this face. This is just great. I love the deep black eyes. Nose looks good. He's smiling. I love the teeth. Lips look cool. And just like on Tebow and on Wicket, the fur sculpt is just tremendous. Yeah, it's great. And I think the ears look good. Yeah, they look very, very nice. Now this hood, I cannot get this hood off. It's not glued anywhere, I don't think. But every time I try to pull the hood off, it wants to hang up on the ears and his whole head pops off. But I'm sure if you were to get this off, it would look just like Wicket, which is downright creepy. But I can't get this hood off. I mean, if I really, really worked at it, maybe heat it up a little bit, I'm not going to fool with it, but it doesn't appear to be glued anywhere. But the hood could be removed if you absolutely had to have it off. Oh, see what I mean? Great. All right, since we're here, I'll just show you. He has a dumbbell joint there at his neck and head, so he's got pretty good range. Yeah, let me put this back on because this is messing with me. All right, there. Fortunately, this thing does pop back on nicely, but if you had to get the hood off, you could, but just keep in mind the head may want to come with it. But yeah, from the neck up and the hood, it's great. And the rest of him is just a lot of brown fur, but just like on Tebow and on Wicket, the sculpt is just fantastic. Maybe a little bit in here, slightly different color, but overall it's pretty much all brown, but it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I think the hands look pretty good. This belt is it's all one piece, and it's a separate piece, but the knife is part of the sculpt. Okay, the knife cannot come out, but it does look good. The paint here is very clean. Then you have this going on there. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, the sculpt of the belt, I think, looks good. There's his little furry butt. Yeah, looks fine. And the legs are just more the same. Just brown fur, but they look fantastic. And the toes, yeah, toenails are painted. Yeah, that's just great. Now, right here, you have a slightly different shade. And maybe some in here, just to give a little more detail. But I think overall, from head to toe, it's a good-looking Ewok. And as far as articulation, I showed you the dumbbell joint on the head and neck. So he does have some pretty good range in the head. But with this hood on, it is kind of trapped. But he is surprisingly mobile. I mean, he's got some pretty good tilt. Some decent up and down. Yeah, not bad. The arms can get all the way up to there. They can rotate all the way around. Of course, it does want to get hung up on the hood a little bit. He's got single elbows, but they get past 90. I mean, that is pretty impressive for such a short, stumpy arm. They did a nice job on that. He has a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist, and I'm thinking that his little hands are on a ball because there's motion in every direction, and I can't really see a hinge, right? I'm thinking they're on a ball, and then from midsection, he could go all the way around just like Wicket. Oh, and the belt goes with it. Let's move this knife back on this side. There we go. Yeah, he's pretty mobile in the midsection as well. Pretty decent crunch, not bad back, and some very good side-to-side tilt. Legs can get up. Let's see, you do have to rotate them out just a little bit, but they can get up that far, which is pretty good. I mean, he can practically sit. They do, there's some slight motion at the thigh. You know, if you wanted to get them up, yes, you could rotate it out. Yeah, some motion at the thigh. They go back. Okay. They go all the way back to there. They go out very far. He's got a swivel at the knee joint. Single knees that get to there, not bad. Feet don't go down very far because the back of the foot runs into that, but they do go up a little bit, and you do have some swivel at the ankle. So being a short, stumpy, very compact figure, I think the articulation is fantastic. All right, so next let's take a look at the spear that he comes with. And overall, it's okay. I do wish on the shaft they would have made it look more like a stick and not just a piece of brown plastic. I mean, there's a little bit of sculpt here and there, you know, to give it some texture, but it's okay. Now this here is cool. It feels a lot like him. It's practically the same sculpt, you know, very furry. Yeah, this is fine. And the wrap up here at the 2 points, this is cool. I think the wrap looks fabulous. Very, very nicely done. And the points, now the points have some texture. You know, you see a little bit of detail on the points. But yeah, that's what the spear looks like. And as far as Paploo holding this spear, the fingers are pretty tight. All right, so just in one hand, you know, just kind of standing there holding it. That looks good. And let's see how it looks in the left. So the fingers on the left are like extra stubby. There's a little more room on the right in the sculpt of it. You know, it's more like a C. This is, yeah, there's not much room to hold it, but it will go. So him holding the spear in the left hand, I think that looks pretty good. And here it is in 2 hands, and it's not great. He's got short, stumpy arms, obviously, but just like most Black Series weapons, especially spears, they make them out of a kind of a flimsy plastic, so it wants to bow right here at the hood. The hood kind of gets in the way. So holding it in 2 hands doesn't quite look natural. And of course, if you want him in some kind of fighting stance, because of the hood, you can't turn the head in the direction of the threat, you know, this way. So, well, I don't know. That's not too bad. I mean, he's ready. He's ready for something. Yeah, you can't quite turn the head to make it look like he's really about to run someone through with this spear. So 2 hands, I'm not totally sold on. Well, right now, I mean, this is the first time I've really played with this figure. I may play with it some more. And if someone watching this, if you've got yours in a good fighting stance, comment below. But he can get it in 2 hands. But you know, holding it in 1 hand does not look bad. So I'm gonna go stick him on the shelf and let's see what he looks like next to witht and Teebo. And here we are, and I could not be more pleased with this. I mean, these guys look so good. So as far as scale, you can see he is a little bit shorter than Teebo, and of course witht's just a little baby. God, these guys look good. I am hoping one day that we get Low Gray and Chief Chirpa, you know, have 5 of them on the shelf. That'd be awesome. But I could not be more pleased with Paploo. He looks wonderful on the shelf. So bottom line, it is a great figure. I mean, they are killing it with these Ewoks. They all look great, and I am super impressed with this one. I mean, the sculpt on this hood is just awesome. I mean, right down to this feather. The face looks great. Now the spear, as you see, I put it back in 2 hands. I was just kind of messing with it. This part right here runs into the hood. It kind of limits a little bit, you know, getting it close to him, or I don't know. Of course, his arms are short, so I can't get him in a good 2-handed pose. I mean, comment below if you can, but it's okay. And of course, the rest of him is just brown fur. The knife, I do wish the knife did come out of the sheath. I mean, if you absolutely had to have Paploo holding a knife, you could use Teebo's knife. But it does look okay overall. You know, it would have been cool if it came out, but it is what it is. Yeah, from head to toe. It's a pretty awesome figure, but I want to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of Paploo from Return of the Jedi. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it, and I just thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next time.